Hello, loves. How are you doing? I am Divine Celion, and I am back for another talk. So, I want to talk to you about something. I know I have my channel, Transformational Tantra, but something's been on my mind. In my program, you have to go through the whole program before you even reach Tantra, because desire is something so different than self-development. That's a whole nother ball game. And desire is where we get in trouble a lot. Because when desire, and it can be desire of things along with sensual desire, but we seem to lose control when it comes to desire in ourselves. And this is something that I've been more recently working on and studying lately, and trying to figure out, because a lot of times people cannot control their desire. When you reach a certain level, you just let go, even though you'll know the action will be wrong. But then there's a moment of, do I control myself? Do I want to control myself? When I was taught Tantra, it was very simple. It was controlling your desire to let go within your desire to ascend. And for me, that clicked. But you're seeing a lot of people who cannot control their desires. That's why you have people hurting folks, raping folks, abusing folks, overstepping boundaries they should not be overstepping for their own self-gratification, using people, stealing energies for this. Is very powerful. And the reason why it's so powerful is because in desire and in that building and in that release, you are real. I don't know how many of you actually practice Tantra, but you will notice in those moments, you can have very conflicting thoughts. You can have past life things come up. You can have relationship things come up. And your real emotion shows. If you shut it off, if you shut that breath off, you shut off that orgasm. You shut up that ascension. You got to start all over again with the physical process of it. It's all connected. So that's why, until you love yourself and you have a good grasp and understanding within yourself, to control your desire, to let go and be free in your desire. That's why they don't reach that until a year in the program. Mine is a very long program. So, and I do that for the simple fact of, if you stick with it, you've committed to yourself. It's not me you're committed to yourself, one. And two, you've reached a level of mastery that proves you are ready to address that. Because Tantra is a lifelong process. Tantric breath is a lifelong practice. Because it can be very difficult when you're in that desire and getting the flow. Because the breath is the basic flow. So it's interesting to me how people destroy themselves over desire and not being able to control that desire. It's sad. It's detrimental. Okay. So, sorry, y'all. So, I want you to understand the importance of controlling something so powerful, not for the simple fact of controlling, but for the fact of centering, being aware. See, a lot of people, especially Westerners, love to rush progress, love to rush their practice, love to, okay, 6 weeks, 8 weeks, 3 months, 3 months. No, these practices of self-development take as long as you need to get there. Tantra is not something you rush. That is raising a lot of energy fast. And it transcends you and your space. This is also why you got to be very careful when things try to come in your energy and you have these, you weren't sitting up and you weren't aroused or anything, and then all of a sudden you're aroused and these energies are coming in to you trying to screw you on the ethers and the astral plane, and you don't even know what it is, but they're stealing your energy. No, you protect that sexual energy. That is the quickest way to an enlightened state. But what people are not prepared for are the emotions, the reactions, and they're not prepared really for what they see and they sense. I have been in union and Tantra, and I have seen my past life selves. I have seen all of my spiritual animals, and I have seen me in union with my spiritual animals in a ritualistic dance and a ritualistic meeting, receiving gifts. See, when you are in union in Tantra, what you experience is highly personal. It is based on your flow, your breath work. It is based on how you are in communion with that partner. That's why you when you practice Tantra, you should have one particular or a small group of particular consorts or partners that you practice with, because it is a practice and it is a spiritual thing. The sensuality though is only one piece, which is another reason why I make people wait. The other piece is only 1%. The other pieces, because Tantra means meditation, the other pieces are truly getting self together. Again, if you study like the Tachkara Ryu, that's one of my favorites. You're a monk and you wait years, and it's your top monks and a lot of sects of different tantric practices that actually wait years before they're allowed, and they're handpicked to practice Tantra with other practitioners. And a lot of the times it's the female who's teaching it to the male because they have the other body part, right? Or helps guide them, or they guide each other. Depends. So, because you have to have that male feminine energy. Anyway, it's so important to control your desire, even in everyday life. Those are our precursors to respond to someone instead of being stoic and waiting and observing. That are the precursors to the road rage. That is the precursors to the envy and the jealousy. Mine. That's the precursors to the narcissism. All Tantra heals that in a particular way, in many different ways. Because there's many different Tantras, many different colors of Tantra and what they do, many different cultures of Tantra. Egyptians had Tantra. Of course, Indian culture had Tantra. Africans had Tantra. The Chinese had Tantra. I've learned some of those forms. Different things. Japanese had Tantra. As I said, Tachkara Ryu, they're Japanese. Different things. Okay? So, different sects, different cultures, different. All over. Even, which I learned, there's a small piece of Muslim Tantra. I was like, wow, really? Because of how they are with the sacredness of connection in a family unit. So I'm just like, always learning. So my loves, you have to be mindful of where your desire goes, how you use it, where it is, how it benefits you, how it benefits your partner, how you elevate and enlighten together. It's heavy. It's not simple. And it is a practice. Okay? So that's just something that was on my mind. I wanted to share and talk about. Hope that wasn't too confusing. And we'll be delving into that a little bit more. Because I love my sensuality. I love how I am. And people need to understand the commitment that it requires to practice that art. You understand what I'm saying? All right, loves. I love you. You take care now. Namaste.